Hi, I'm Tom, and welcome to Dad Magic, where all my tricks are DIY and just good enough to fool the kids, who sometimes could be your toughest critics. I'm joined today by my lovely assistant, Woodrina. In a minute, I'm going to have her choose a card, any card, and I'm going to find it in the most unusual way. But let me say this, I'm not only going to show you a trick, I'm going to tell you the secret, and then I'm going to show you how to build one for yourself, which includes this magic picture frame. Let's get started. Woodrina, I'm going to rifle through the cards, and I want you to pick one by telling me when to stop. Ready? Okay. Right there? Great. Okay, the top card, where you told me to stop, is your card. Now, I'm going to bury your card in the middle of the deck. Cut. Okay. Now at this point, you hand the spectator the deck of cards. Try to find your card, you'll say. They'll rifle through the cards. Now, the card is no longer in the deck. You can go through this thing 100 times. It's gone. But where did it go? Well, then you point out the picture frame that's been sitting here the whole time. Now grab a black cloth to cover the frame, or you could have just left it covered, sitting there on display the whole time. 1, 2, 3. The card has magically transported into the picture frame and behind the piece of glass. Impossible. Now that's the disappearing, reappearing card trick, which will leave your spectator stunned. And now I'll show you how it's done. The nice thing about this trick is that it's actually 3 tricks in one. The first is going to be a sleight of hand that I'm doing to force a card. It's a force technique that I use by placing the card that I want the spectator to pick on the top. In this case, it's the 9 of diamonds. The key to using this technique is in the grip. When I hold the deck this way and rifle using my thumb, the 2 small fingers on my right hand are wrapped around and resting on the top card. I apply a little pressure here on the top card, which I know to be the 9 of diamonds. Now as my left hand pulls the top half of the cards off, the pressure on my right hand holds the 9 of diamonds in place. I show the top card, or of course the 9 of diamonds, to the spectator. Now that's the force, but how do I make the card disappear? While it appears that I place the chosen card in the middle of the deck, I'm actually tilting my hand backwards, and this top card, or the 9 of diamonds, slides off and into my lap. Watch it when I do the trick. I'll freeze the video. Do you see the corner of the card right there under my hands? Now watch as the card falls into my lap. Now for the third part of the trick. How do I get the 9 of diamonds in the frame and behind the glass? To do this, you need a specially constructed picture frame. Let's take the frame apart. This part here is just a piece of cardboard I taped on to prop up the frame. When I remove the 4 screws holding on the back, that's when you're going to see the real trick. Behind the cardboard back is another piece of cardboard where I glued some black fabric to it. Glued onto the black fabric is the 9 of diamonds. When I assemble this frame, I include another black piece of fabric folded in half to be sure that the card is not visible through the fabric and behind the glass. Now I flip it over, leaving an extra piece of cloth sticking out the top. I also had to cut the top part of the back side of the frame so that the fabric can be pulled out. I replaced the back and the 4 screws. Now let me show you what the trick looks like when I perform it from the back. There's the cloth tag sticking out the top. I cover the frame with a black cloth. Now when I remove the cloth, I'm also grabbing the overlapping cloth tag. Now I remove both black cloths. It reveals the card trapped inside the frame, leaving the spectator stunned. Thanks for watching Dad Magic. Until next time.